Welcome back to Animal Crossing New Horizons. I'm Dear Ali. Shall we see what's going on our lovely island of Fawnhollow today? A few in Hollow today. I don't know what was going on with my accent. Sunday. God, I can't use a Rebecca Black song for every single day, considering the fact that most days are not Friday. What should we talk about today? Yesterday I was considering playing. Okay, wait, hold on. Like in the evening, we had like the ARAM clash. Well, it went pretty well. I think we went 2-1, which is surprising because I think most other times we played, we've lost both games, and maybe someone forfeited or something. Anyway, hello everyone. Right now in Fawnhallow, it's 3:18 p.m. on Sunday, December 10th, 2023. So I don't really know what happened, which ended up like being so spectacular. I don't remember what happened on the second game. The second game was very difficult from what I remember because it was just like a team comp diff or something like that. Anyway. But afterwards, then we started playing a load of games. I don't know, something. Did we? Probably. I don't remember. I don't know what's going on right now. Are they playing? Let's see what my friends are doing. Are they playing? Are they not playing with Fortnite Minecraft? They're playing League of Legends Arena, it seems. No, but what I was going to say was the fact that last night after like all the games were said and done, about 11 p.m, I was just chilling. I was like doing like some of my daily stuff, just like idly watching videos, as I do, I suppose, late into the night, rather than actually, doing something at that point. 'Cause I was a bit tired. I was like, maybe I should start playing some Rivals of FIFA, install the game. I have not opened it yet. I will also say that them playing the Fortnite Minecraft, not them as in my friends, playing the Fortnite Minecraft, maybe actually open up Epic Games to be like, I wonder if like I'm running out of space because I've got games still installed in there. Apparently I still had Fortnite and Subnautica installed, so I've uninstalled them, and now I've got about 140 gigabytes free between my two drives, which is thumbs up for me. That's enough to work with, essentially. Especially considering the fact that Baldur's Gate right now is probably taking up like 100 gigabytes or something. I think Genshin, I also had like all the voice packs installed, and I was like, I don't need all of that, so I uninstalled most of them. Lethal Company's got an update yesterday. Update queued, which I don't know if I should install it yet or not because it doesn't have backwards compatibility with mods. But shout out to that one. I can't even think how to speak. Shout out to the one developer, I suppose, who's actually been, updating it with that sort of thing, It blew my mind to find out that it was solo developed by one person, Lethal Company, which is crazy, is what I'd say. Like, they're doing spectacularly well. Like, I can't imagine. It kind of reminds me of things like Flappy Bird or whatever. Like, I don't know if a developer went into it with mind of being like, yeah, this is going to pop off or something. And I can't imagine this is our first creation. If this is our first creation, that's insanely impressive. Especially because it's got online services and things. How are you still corner? we're into winter now, aren't we? But like, as I understand it, doing development for online games is actually pretty difficult, I suppose, to do well, because online is like a whole different ball game when it comes to creating games for. Now, I don't know if that's actually true or not, mind you, but it's crazy. Like, being a solo developer and seeing like such crazy success must be insane. Like, it kind of reminds me, I suppose, of Among Us, being like it's something sloth, inner sloth, cyber sloth, something like that. The small team behind it was like 3 people or something. Wasn't that like one programmer, one art person, and one like marketer or something like that? It was something crazy. They had like a really tiny team, and then they just like it just exploded in popularity to be probably one of the biggest games of, I don't even know what year it was. 2021. Has it been 2 years since Among Us gained popularity? Among Us. Inner Sloth. It was Inner Sloth. Is that what I said? I don't remember. 2020 with massive popularity. Which I would say, at the time it was crazy because they were trying to make like Among Us 2 or something at the time, I think. But then it was like Among Us 1 got so popular. I think, definitely when you have that sort of flash in the pan popularity, you have to capitalize on that immediately. Like, that's the sort of thing where it's like, okay, I need to get an update out for this ASAP, not literally ASAP, like, you can let it stew for like a week or a month, not a week, a couple of weeks, a month or so, but that's when you sort of got to go into overdrive. I got to be like, I got to go, like, I'm not a solo developer. I don't know how easy or difficult it is, so this is, of course, is me from the outside looking in. This is me, throwing stones in glass houses because I have no idea how easy or difficult it is, but I feel like the only thing on my mind would be if I had like a ridiculous hit success like that, I'd be like, it's go time. I need to like do something. I need to put in like the most popular suggestions. I need to like enable XYZ or whatever. I need to fix these bugs, etc., etc. I'll be like, if I don't get this update out, you know, you got to catch while this fire is starting. You got to, you know, keep on adding fuel to it if you want it to become a raging inferno. Which now I say about it, that's not really great, like simile, metaphor, imagery, because a raging inferno kind of seems more destructive, if anything. But if you want to keep a blazing hearth in your house warm throughout all the winter, you gotta capitalize on that flash in the pan success, right? Presumably, I don't know. So it's cool to see that they actually managed to get an update out. I've not played it. I saw the trailer for it. There seems to be like a nutcracker. There seems to be like a mask enemy. I don't really know what's going on with any of it. I'm interested to find out probably at some point. But the main thing, which I would absolutely want, is, you know, extended lobbies, because right now you can only play with 4 people in the vanilla game, so you had to install a mod to play with more people. And, you know, I have a reasonably large size friend group, so, you know, it could be up to like 8 of us playing up. Is it 8? Hold on, how many people over this game? Can I even see how many people over this game? I can see my library, right? Lethal Company, another one of my friends picked this up. 1 2 3 4 5 6, okay, 7 of us playing at once, which, you know, is more than 4. That's crazy. I wonder, like, what other games sort of like hit this sort of flash in the pan success that are by solo, like exclusively solo developers. Because you might say things like Undertale had like is probably became Toby Fox, while he wasn't technically like a solo developer on it. I think he was definitely like the main developer behind it. I think he did like all the programming, but I think the art stuff was done by like Temmie or something. I think he did programming and music, right? And I assume game design and all that other stuff. I don't really know for certain, to be perfectly honest. But I mean, I don't think there's anything wrong with being like a solo developer or a solo developer who has, you know, help as well. You know, I don't think that discredits it any further or something. But if anything, it's just like being a pure solo developer is just like applause worthy in its own individual right, isn't it? It's not just like a whoa. That's very impressive to do everything, I suppose, in a game by yourself. The only other one I can think of off the top of my head is Cave Story, which also was like very, very successful, but that was someone who did everything by themselves, right? Because there's a lot of things which go into game design. Like, I think people would plausibly be like, okay, if you do the game design, I can very much see you doing the programming. And then it's just like, oh, another skill you need on top of that. Okay, you got to be able to do the artwork for it as well. It's like, okay, so if you're a solo developer, well, that's what you need. Programming probably your game design, we assume, already goes hand in hand with like programming or, you know, passion for games in first place and artwork. When it's like, oh, you also got music, you also got, you know, you got to do QA testing and things like that. And maybe that's rolling programming. Then you also got like marketing and stuff like that. I don't know. Solo ventures are very risky businesses, aren't they? Difficult. I mean, like, you might be like, hey, Dylan, would you ever want to try? Maybe. I don't know. I don't know what venture I would go into. Maybe video games, but I don't have a programming knowledge, I think, right now to make a video game, so that's certainly a little bit difficult. And yet again, then you might be like, hey, Toby Fox made the entirety of Undertale and like RPG Maker or something, and I'm like, fair point. Fair point. Again, I don't really know what game I would like to make. I think I've talked about this before. I think it would probably end up being a puzzle game, but I'm not entirely sure on that, because I'd want to bring something not necessarily unique to the gaming landscape, because I think that's a bit like ambitious, but something interesting at least. It's kind of a bare minimum I think you should work out. Anyway, so props to, I don't even know who made this game, to be honest. It starts with Z. I think it's like Zenriox. That's what comes to mind. Oh, Zika's just completely wrong. I actually made a load of games. They made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them. Welcome to the Dark Place, which is to be announced, still coming out. There's been 3 reviews of this product, somehow. Follow Rainey's recommend. Okay, I mean, those aren't really reviews, those are just people capitalizing on things, I guess. I can't read it. Dead Seater, It Steals, The Upturned. So The Upturned looks like a similar sort of thing. It kind of looks like a Roblox horror game, I'm going to be honest. The dev only puts out bangers. Good horror. So this person is just absolutely amazing at making horror games, it turns out. Indie horror, similar to Portal 2. Do they have like a site, Zika's or something? They must have like social media or something. Let's find out more about them. What does it take to be a solo developer? Is this it? Zika's Roblox. Is this you? 21. You're 21. and you've had a hit success like that. That must be crazy. I can't imagine me being 21 and getting like a hit success out of a game like that. I'd be like, what is going on? What is happening? What am I doing? I'm not going to be like the fame's going to get to my head or anything like that, but I feel like that's a lot of pressure, you know, to sort of like live up to the expectations, right? I think you know, it's the sort of thing where you just got to be like, you know, I just got to run my race, you know, got to stay calm, stay chill, you know. Obviously, I'll put in maybe a bit more elbow grease than usual, but it doesn't mean it calls for anything extremely out of the ordinary. It's a spark of being like, hey, you have something good here, you know, just keep it up. And you got it going. And if you keeping it up results in the game absolutely like dying out, then maybe it was an accident. But still, that's still something to learn from, isn't it? Nevertheless, I suppose what I'm trying to say is that the end result of being in this position in the first place is still awesome, celebratory enough that it doesn't necessarily need to be beholden to other external expectations, right? I'm just like scrolling through their tweets. I added something into the game because it's funny, but I saw an opportunity to make it an entire thing. So that's what I'm going to be working on the next couple of days, essentially. That's not what I meant to do. Sorry, Able Sisters. I'm just going to immediately walk out again. Oh my god. What is that? I assume that RBLX in their title is for Roblox. They tweet a lot of fairy art as well, so here you go. Anyway, yeah, being a solo developer must be crazy, that sort of thing. Fashion. I think becoming viral, I suppose, in any capacity must be a very scary sort of situation. You know? Like, let alone developing a game, someone like that. And imagine you're just someone who cover like music. I'm trying to think if it's happened to someone. I mean, obviously it probably has. I just can't think of something. You like sing songs, covers, maybe upload like YouTube videos of you like covering songs, your favorite like Taylor Swift song or whatever. And then suddenly it gets noticed, and then it's like, whoa, you get interviewed everywhere. You know, you're going like, I was going to say Conan O'Brien, but I don't think he has a talk show anymore. Jimmy Kimmel, is it? I don't know. Being interviewed or that sort of thing, just ridiculous amount of money like pouring into your bank account from ad sales or whatever, people trying to approach you for partnerships and deals. I don't know, that seems overwhelming. Like, I think that would be overwhelming for me now if that happened. Like, I don't even know necessarily what I would do. Maybe I don't have to be fair, there's probably a lot of younger, you know, adults and teens out there who probably have better business acumen than I do. So there's probably a collective of people who, if that happened to, they'd be like, yep, I know exactly what to do. You know, I was like born for this moment or something. But I think like it'd be quite overwhelming for me now. Like, I don't even know if I was like 18 at the time, what I would even do if I had a viral hit like that. Like, I'm trying to think, because I watched a video, I think it was by Alan Becker. Yeah, that sounds right. The person who did animation versus animated, about it, like his story, where he originally made it way back in the day when he was super young, like a teenager or something. The original animation versus animator, and it just like it got like a explosive amount of popularity. And then he was like, oh, what am I gonna do? And like Machinima or something, someone approached him and it was like, we'll buy this off of you for like X amount of money. And he was just like, whoa, £500 or something, that's crazy. And he was about to like be like, yeah, I'm gonna sell it, until some other animator, can't remember who, maybe it was like a albino black sheep, that creator, and I don't remember, was like, hey, you're gonna get a lot of like people messaging you being like, I'm going to buy your thing for X amount of money, don't agree to any of them, or something like that, you know. But why is basically the sage experience of someone who's been in that shoes before and understood the situation that they'll find themselves in. That's all I need. If I have a, not of me, but like if in this hypothetical scenario, explosive popularity for something I created, I need that person with a sage advice who's like, look dear darling, I've been there before, do this, do X, Y, Z, and I'll be like, okay. And then I suppose that raises the question, how do I know to trust them or not? And you know, that's a fair point. I suppose it kind of depends by what's in their advice in the first place. If their advice is, hey, sell it to me, then I'd be like, no thanks. If their advice is, you know, take some time to digest everything and, you know, do your research before you actually spring into any action, I'm like, okay, that seems like sound advice. I'm trying to think, how well would I deal with a situation if I was like 13? I feel like if I was 21, I was developing a game and it became worldwide popular, I think I'd do okay-ishly. I'd probably, I can see it now. I would overwork myself. I'd do some like crazy amount of crunch to try and get like updates and bug fixes out or something, while trying to manage like balancing interaction with the community, and I'll probably like burn myself out after the second or third update, and then realize that maybe I should hire like a small team to work on things, and then it would, the game will probably die down in popularity as maybe like a more popular clone of it came out. But I had my time in the sun, and it still holds a lasting legacy. And then at some point, you sell it onto a different company, or like you hire a load of other people to help you, and then like you're kind of like hands off a project now. You're just sort of reaping rewards, and then it gets like a cool big update, and people come back to it in flocks, whether it be for nostalgia or through like the fact it's actually polished now and it was the OG, I don't know. And then it's like boom, comfortable. You might be like, that's quite a flight of fancy you went over. Yeah, I kind of sort of like lost it after the first few bits. I can absolutely see that happening to me though. not like me getting viral success, but like the conditional statement of me already being in this viral success. I can see me reacting like that is what I mean. We're working with a conditional probability space rather than the total probability space. I don't know. Must be weird though, to a certain degree, right? Or maybe not weird. I don't know. Maybe we just feel like it's the most normal thing ever. In which case, fair enough. I suppose you have a cooler head than I in those situations. And I don't know, would I freak out? I'm not really sure. I don't think I would freak out, but it doesn't seem like my sort of thing. I think I very much be confused of like, what do I do now? I have no clue. Excuse me, Lily Valley, I did not want you to be planted there. It very much be plagued by the idea of, I don't know what to do. What should I do to like capitalize on this? Do I want to capitalize on this? Is this, oh my god, Amelia. Hello. Oh, thank you. She's giving me something to tide over the fact that planting this Lily River Valley is very difficult for me right now. Yeah, I don't know. I was gonna say like I think I brought up Flappy Bird and then just never continued that line of thought, but like it happened with Flappy Bird, like just some random guy just made like an app. Some guy from like Thailand or something, just like made the game Flappy Bird, the app, and then it just like exploded in popularity. He was getting like he made like a ridiculous amount of money every single day, and then I mean, to be fair, I think he went a very smart way about it. He knew his limits, presumably, where he was just like, okay, I've made my money from this. I don't want the attention from this anymore. Just goodbye from it. Would I say that's an optimal way to do with it? No, probably not. I don't know, but I fully respect it, because at a certain point, once you get like enough money, I suppose, out, like for example Flappy Bird or whatever, you can just draw the line if it's like a toll on your mental health. If you feel like your family's in danger, which is what I heard happened. Like it was like a load of like threats or something, which is crazy. The depravity of, I suppose, of some people is unparalleled. But yeah, you can just sort of like, I forgot what I was saying. Just like draw the line at what seems sensible to you. At some point, like it's diminishing returns, I suppose, through all facets or metrics that you can judge your life by, rather than just a fiduciary one. You might be like, what does that mean? I basically mean the mental health toll probably does not balance out the financial gain, or the mental health gain from financial gain. At some point, it sort of becomes like even more inverted, where you're actually like not ruining your way of life, but being detrimental to your way of life rather than actually supporting it. I don't know. Flash in the pan. I guess that's today's title. Anyway, I'm around this episode of here, I think. So if you have been watching, thank you very much. It's been Adam Crossing New Horizons. I've been Dear Darling. Likes, comments, subscription, shares, socials, Discord down below. Hope we see each other again, but for now, it's our farewell. So until next time, bye-bye for now.